Hello everybody, so today we've got a little something different for you. So you can see we've got the mower on, but we're not going mowing, kind of. We have got the forage wagon on, but we're not going silage making either. What we are doing, as you've already seen by the title of the video, is we are going zero grazing. So what that means is we cut the grass in the field, we pick it up and we take it back and feed it to the cows in the yard. So we call this zero grazing. That's what it used to be called years ago. Nowadays some people call it cut and carry, which kind of makes more sense, because we cut it and we take it home, we carry it home. So you know, that description of it is better than, you know, it makes more sense to cut and carry it. But we call it zero grazing, so that's what we're going to carry on calling it. So the grass at home is just getting a little bit tight for the grazing. The field we planted after the fodder beet, the fresh grass we planted after the fodder beet, is still about a week away from ready for grazing. Because when cows graze, what they do to actually eat, the cows physically grab hold of grass with their tongue and they tear it. Okay, so they don't chew it, they don't bite it off, so they literally rip it off the plant. So obviously the plant has got to be established enough to cope with that. We don't want to, you can't feed it too soon because they'll just pull the roots out. And so it's not quite there yet. So this is actually the field that we filmed last year. This was the peas and barley undersown. So this is into its second year. Obviously it was cut, first cut. Now it's come back, it's ready for cutting again. As you can see, it is too far gone for grazing really. And we do have seed heads in it. So it's past its best for grazing, but there's still loads of good quality leaf in the bottom. So that's what we're doing. We are cutting it and we are carrying it home to feed the cows. So right, there we are. There's a little bit of what we're doing, why we're doing it. Let's get on and do it. So mower in gear, wagon into gear. So we've already taken the headland off, so we are now going to start on the up and down. Got to remember what lever does what. Alright, there's that. And here we go. So when we bought the mowers, this was a small part of the reason for going for a front rear combination. I did say in the video, if you saw the video 2 years ago now, that when we bought the mower, this was something we wanted to try at some point. Just the last 2 years we've just not been able to do it. It's just come right now to be able to cut and pick up. So we took the headland off yesterday and the cows enjoyed it, so we're going to carry on. Zero grazing to us is nothing new. We have done it many times in the past. often for weeks at a time. If you saw the video last year, what was it, September time? It was a vintage Thursday. We dragged out of the hedge our old Kid double chop, which is what we used to do. We had it purely for doing this. And we have zero grazed mostly in the spring, back in the past, but we have done it in the summer before, but mostly we did it early spring. And I will put in some photos. I don't have any video from the old days, just because I didn't film stuff back then, but we took photos. And often we were working in very wet, difficult conditions. Cutting with a wagon, the blades are dropped out so that the grass is just going in as a whole plant. We don't want to cut it. It's just being elevated up into the body, and just as we were trying to keep it as whole as we can, we don't need to cut it. So dropping it on the ground and picking it up again. It's working well. It's picking up pretty clean. There's a few wispy bits left behind. But on the whole, it's picking up very cleanly. Obviously this system, there is a cost in terms of labour and obviously machine cost, diesel to do this, the cutting and picking up, but it's much, this field we cannot graze it, it's too far for the cows, it's not fenced and there is no water here. This is purely a cutting field. So there are proper built zero grazing machines. I think they're built in Ireland. They're popular in Ireland. It's basically a forage wagon with no knives in, with a mower mounted on the front, a drum mower on the front. Benefit of that, obviously, you don't have the mower on the front of the tractor, so you can use it on a tractor without a PTO at the front. A bit more road work friendly. Mower on the front's not ideal on the road. And also they're a little bit easier to feed out of. Some of them have got beaters across the back of the body of the box to tease it out into a feed passage, or some of them have got cross conveyors to drop right in front of the cows. Obviously we're making use of machines we've already got that are paid for, and we don't have to buy another machine. It's just making a bit more use out of them. One of those proper jobs would be nice, but I'm sure they're enormously expensive and we just don't use it enough to justify one. When using the machines we've got, works perfectly adequately. Even if we do back at the yard, have to put it in, put it into the feed passage with the loader. Right, I think we're getting close to there. Hopefully get to the end of this run. Probably be full up. Jump out and have a look. Right, so we're not quite full yet. We will take another swath yet. But while we're here, we'll just take a look. So this is what we've just cut. You can see it's picked up the vast majority of it. There's still a few little leafy bits he's left behind, but that's just the way, you know, it's mowed, it's laid straight, and the pickup tines just can't quite get it. That would be the benefit of one of those proper machines that cut it and feed it to an elevator, chuck it in the box. But it's good. The benefit of cutting it, there's an ambulance going by. The benefit of cutting it is 100% utilisation. So it's costing us more to come out with the machine and the diesel to cut it and take it home. But grazing, they will always leave bits, which is what we've covered that in topping videos in the past. You know, pre-mowing, we've done all that. This, as you can see, everything is eaten down to stubble height, or cut down to stubble height. And back in the yard, they will eat virtually all of it. So there's a much more efficient way of using grass, not necessarily the cheapest. Right, so we need a little bit more yet. One more swath should be enough. Doing there. Oh, early on I've missed a bit. Oh, what a cock up. That's what you get for not concentrating. Right, we're away. So we're running on about 2 loads a day at the moment. And what we'll do, we'll take this back to the yard, tip it out. Dad's going to feed it along at milking time. Otherwise, if he puts it out before, we never get them past it into the collecting yard. So what I will do, we'll go home, tip it out. I will set the camera up as a time lapse to watch feeding out, or to watch putting it out, and then the cows will come and have a feed. Righty-ho, there we go. Head for home and unload. Okay, so here's our pile. As you can see, full length, just uncut, just as it was growing, straight up through the machine and into the cows, just like that. Right, so I will set the camera up at the far end of the shed. You can watch it going in, and you can watch the cows chomping. Okay, so here they all are, munching away. So this was that load. As you saw, it got put out. This will be gone by the morning. So coming through the parlour at the minute is 127 cows. There's one or two outside, but most of them are in here now, just chomping away. And it's actually quite surprising how much fresh weight of grass they will eat. Obviously the dry matter in fresh grass is a lot lower than silage. This, you can't compare the physical amount of silage to grass. This will be gone by the morning. They will need the same again in the morning. So it's quite surprising how much the cows will eat. When they're out grazing, you can't really tell, but when it's cut and put in a pile, and you just realise exactly how much it is they actually get through. But anyway, right, so we'll leave them to have their tea, and yes, that'll be the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.